Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 with the Rude Man. We're back, and this is a new farm for me. It's been out for a little bit. Been suggested by a couple of different people. It's called Eastbridge Hills, and I kind of started by buying a little bit of equipment. I sold all the equipment that comes with the farm. I upped the volume in the bins a little bit. They never seem to put enough volume in there for me. So the silos hold a little bit more. But let's take a look at this map. Some of you have been playing it, so there's no really big need for me to do any kind of a review. And I don't do reviews anyway. I usually just do a walkthrough. This is your main silo area. You've got straw and grass and bales and all kinds of storage here. So if we open this up, this is the barn. You don't have to come in here, but it's kind of cool that you can. So I'm going to close that back up. But if you come around here, here's where you drop off grass, hay, straw, whatever you want to store, and you take it out here. Now, if you have bales, that's when you'd use the inside. So I don't do bales much, so there you go. But let's take a little bit of a quick look at the main farm here. We've got some silage things which may or may not stay here. I may take these off. Again, with a lot of the maps that people are making lately, they've been making the farm placeable. All these things are placeable and they're custom. These are different than you get in the in-game. You notice that this is the horse area, and you actually get a horse barn, which is kind of nice. In the main game, you get a lean-to that might hold one horse, maybe two, which is such a... Blah. Anyway, that's giant for you. They do things half-assed and wait for the modders to do the rest. You've got your water and stuff for your horses. There's a workout area here, a little arena for the horses. That's kind of cool. Some construction stuff if you want to add to it. That's just for show, obviously. There's the other workout places for the horses if you want to exercise them. Again, I think it's pretty much for show. Here's your cow barn. It's huge. And you fill your water up here. Well, actually, you fill the water for the cows here. You don't dump it in a trough. Now, the horses have a trough that you put stuff in. Cows don't. You put your water in there. You take your... liquid manure out here, and you feed everything else in here. Your straw, your your grass, your mixed rations, your silage, everything goes in here, and it's huge. And then here's your water source for that. Pick up your water here, take it in there. I haven't bought any animals yet, but I am going to. I goofed up a little bit. I put in silage and mixed rations up here on this hill, and I forgot about the terrain thing, so the road got messed up. If you notice, there's a big hill here. I didn't mean to do that. It's a little slightly less here, but yeah, I kind of goofed up a little bit. I didn't realize what I was doing when I put those in there, but I'm living with it, so there you go. If I can live with it, you can live with it. Here's your pig barn. Again, different than vanilla, because it's a custom barn. Everything comes out here and gets fed into the pigs. So the pigs, which I don't have yet, you can see in here, and you see the trough there, which gets fed by this pipe. So you don't have to come in here to feed the pigs. You buy them here, you put the straw in here. They've got a big, nice living area. Over here you got your liquid manure. There's where you'd place your water. So you get your water from that source over there, bring it in here, and fill this tank up, and it feeds the pigs. And then, of course, your pig food goes in here, and it also goes in and feeds the pig. There's a big water tower back there. It's all for looks, but that's okay. So cows, pigs, and horses. If we go across the road, kind of. Actually, it's not across the road, but it's on the other side of the farm here. You got a work area here, which is actually also linked to the cow barn, or the sheep barn, which is here. So this is the sheep barn, and we do feed and water the sheep like normal. They don't have a special, but they don't deserve a special one, do they? This opens up, and this is where you can place some stuff-a-doodle-doo. I'm guessing this is where your wool will go. I don't know. I haven't raised sheep yet, so but we'll assume that's where the wool comes out. If I'm wrong, we'll find out later. We've got another little shed over here that's chickens, I think. Let's see. No, it's not. I don't know what this is. Is this just a... Have I been in here? I don't even know if I've actually been in here yet. There's only the one side open? Nope, they both open. Okay, so yeah, it's a big work shed. What's on the other side? I'm moving so fast. I thought that might open up, but maybe not. It does. You just have to hit it in the right area. So it's a big work barn, which is cool. I didn't realize... I hadn't looked at this yet. I'm glad I saw that, because I've been parking my equipment every whichwhere, and it's become kind of irritating. There's your work area. Here's your garage. I love these garage doors because they sound like they're chain driven. But here's your shop, you know, for fixing your equipment and stuff like that. Isn't that cool? Nice and clean. You gotta love it when a shop is clean. So anyway, there's that. Fuel right there. Rest of the barn. I can't remember where the damn chickens are. We'll find them. They're noisy. Okay, this area right here is for your potatoes, and you can pick them up right out of there, which is kind of cool. Got storage for that. There's your main silo. Where in the hell? Maybe the chickens are down farther. Yeah, I think they are. I think the chickens are on the end here. I didn't go far enough. I ended up right here. But this is another shed area, like the nice big sheds. Here's your chickens, I'll bet. There's your chicken coop. Cock-a-doodle-doos. Cool beans, huh? I kept this little guy, but we'll work on chickens later. I don't have any animals left yet. Okay, so that's the main farm. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like it. Nice custom buildings. I love that. So let's take a look at the land that we have. Land is actually pretty cheap. I was surprised. But we'll take a look at that next. Okay, so we have field number 1, which is a good size. I'm going to buy field number 2. I'm also going to buy field number 5 and field number 9. That will give us 7 is all grass, but it is an actual field. So if you get all the grass that you need and you don't need any more, you can plow this up and use it as an extra field. We have 8, which is a fairly good size, long and skinny, but it's, you know, bigger than it looks. We also own 11, which is another field that has grass on it. So you can plow that. We also own 21, which is another grass field that we have that you can plow. And then we have 18. Now there's another little farm down here. Here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about selling 18 and buying 9 because it's kind of a trade-off. This is pretty cheap. If you look, I'll click on 2 here, and as you can see, it's only $236,000. If I sell 18, I'll get almost $500,000, and 9 sells for just about the same price. So I don't want to really farm down here. So I'm not quite sure what to do. I've got plenty of money. I might just leave it for now, and we might put some equipment down there. We'll go down and take a look at that in a second. But let me buy that. I want to buy 2. And I definitely want to buy 9. And we'll trade it later if we have to. If I run out of money. And we'll buy 5. And that'll give us this block up here of fields to work. Okay, so there you go. I don't believe I bought all the equipment I need, which will bring me back to whether I need to sell that field or not. But let's take a look at what we do have. It's quite hilly. It's quite hilly, so I've been having trouble. I have a test farm that I've been messing around with a little bit. And I'm having trouble with, here's the shop right here. I'm having trouble with tractors that have got enough oomph to work these fields because they're quite hilly. These right up here in particular, this one and that one over there, are a little bit hilly, and the tractors kind of bog down really seriously. So let's go down and take a look at that other farm, which is way yonder. Put on the main map. You got a lime station. If you look at the map from the top to the bottom, we've got lime stations around the farm. There's the workshop, of course. There's a feed supply to the east. There's a mill up north. There's the country store right around my farm fields. There's 7 and 8. The milk dairy is right below that. Close to the shop. It's where all my equipment's setting right now. There's a biogas plant. There's a sawmill in the southwest. And there's a transport company, an animal dealer over by the other farm, which isn't, I don't know if that's really a farm. Let's go down and look, because I don't know why you own that field down there. Why would you own a field so far away from your farm unless there was a second farming area? See, you own this field right here, and I don't know why, for sure. But let's take a look. This is the place where you'd sell your cotton. So that's the cotton sale point. There's a spinnery here. I don't know. This is where you sell your animals. It's got an area to park some equipment. But it's not really a farm, is it? So I don't know why you own that field. Really. And it's too far away for me to casually farm. Unless that's the farm here. Oh, wait a minute. This might be. Okay. I stand corrected. What is this? It's a horse farm. So we have 2 horse farms. Well, that's interesting. So there is a second little area here that we could use as a farm if you're into horses and stuff. I'll tell you what, it's a little inconvenient for me right at the moment, so I think I'm going to sell this field. I hate to sell stuff because, then you have to buy it back later. I've got money right at the moment. Let's just hang on to it for now. And if I'm ever short of money, I can sell it. Let's run back. You can see basically what the map looks like. It's nice. I like it because it's hilly. It's not flat. I also like it because there are not too many trees. I like trees, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to farming, they seem to always be in the way. There's the dairy for you there. And then this is the farm place, sell point. What did it say on the map? The country store. All right, so there you go. Well, let me get going here. I'm going to get some equipment going. I know I'm going to need a combine. We got some fields that we need to start working. I've got animals to buy. I've got a lot of work to be had here, so we're going to kind of get started. But this is a fun map to play. If you're not playing it already, you should. It's a pretty fun map to play. Again, I like it the way it's set up. I like the rolling hills. I get tired of farming flat, flat, flat. I like the big flat farms because it's more, it's more rural like America is. But America isn't flat like that. It's more like this, where I live. The wheat fields are more like this. They're just big rolling areas. There's a lot of hills, and like you see in the background there, in the part of America that I live in, Washington, Oregon, mostly Washington. That's where I grew up. But anyway, I digress. This is 5. This is ours. It's not ready yet. It is fertilized none, and it is growing. We need to fertilize right away before it grows up on us. And for some reason, the time was set at 15. Gee whiz. I don't want that. But I think there is something that's ready to harvest. I think it's over there. By the way, I did get mod-wise. I do have the latest version of Course Play. I just picked it up this morning. I have no idea what the changes are. I never look to see what changes are. I just get it and go with it. If things work, they work. If they don't, they don't. I also have a couple of new mods you probably haven't seen. I'll show you in a minute. For those of you that were asking yesterday, which is today, you won't see this film until tomorrow. So I'm saying yesterday. Yesterday, I had people ask me about the John Deere equipment that I have. It was not in the OneDrive for patrons. The reason being, they needed to have a little work on them. I did get the work done as far as mod, and now they are, at this moment, they are up there. So, and I'll show you those right now. I picked up some seeders that are all John Deere. If you notice, there's a lot of John Deere equipment when you get this farm. There's a lot of John Deere. The original equipment that came with this map, this farm, were John Deere combines and such. I don't really have a decent John Deere mod, I don't think, right now. I'm going to have to get one. But let's take a look at the... are they in the planters? I think they're in the planters. There they are. All right, I got 3 versions, and these are ones that I loved to use in 17. And the reason I like them is because when they fold up, they're very wide, depending on which one you get. There's a small one, there's a bigger one, and there's a great big one. But when they fold up, all of this comes in, and it's not as wide as the tractor that's pulling it. So if you have narrow roads to get through and gates to get through, you don't have any trouble. And that's why I used to use these. I really like the one I'm using now, but I'm going to use the John Deere ones in this gameplay for the time being. But there are 3 of them. The first one is the DB60, and it's 18 meters. You got the DB90, and it is 27, and then the DB120, which is the 36 meters. And that's the one I'm using currently. So if you want any of these, I did have to work on them and make them work. There were some issues with them. We got that fixed, and they are in the OneDrive for the patrons that want to download them. Right, here's the thing, though, that you have to remember with these. These do not use solid fertilizer. They use liquid fertilizer. So there's a liquid fertilizer tank on them. And if you're used to using a spreader, this doesn't use solid fertilizer. What else do I have? Let's see. You guys know how much I like dump trucks to work around the farm proper. I like to use a dump truck to haul grain to the animals and stuff like that. And I had Stubby And then I had Stubby Jr. in this one. But I have a new one that I've been using, and I just love it. So I'm going to show you that right now. I actually have it purchased. So let's jump over and take a look. This is it right here. Listen to that. I'm going to jump out and start it again. Okay. It's a 1948 Chevrolet. Now listen to it. It's cool. Chrome wheels. Now the only thing about it is it only holds 18,000 units. I might beef that up a little bit to maybe 20, 25, but I haven't done it yet. It's pretty sweet. But we're going to run it down to the farm here real quick. So I'm going to buy animals here pretty quick. I love this truck. It's cool. Okay, look at it. 1948, man. Oh, it's sweet. I don't know what to call it. It looks like it looks like a boxer's nose. You know, a fighter, their noses get broke and they get that big ridge on it and all. I should call it pug nose. Anyway, there you go. Let's get to work here. I've got some plowing to do. This is here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This tractor right here is a mod, and I don't know whether they did the mod in the right way because, and I'll show you why. What I'm talking about. This mod is here. All right, so it's got 1,500 horses. That's not even the big engine. 1,600 horses, and it still struggles to pull that plow up the hill. I don't know. I might have to try a different tractor. I might have to try the Big Bud. I was trying to stay away from the Big Bud on this farm, but I might have to resort to Big Bud. I'm going to use this one for the time being just to show you what I'm talking about, and then I'll try the Big Bud and see if it does any better. Now, I have been playing this on a test map, so I don't know whether my course play routes have been saved. I'll look at that in a second here when we get onto the field. They have been. Okay, so it's been saving my course play routes. That's kind of nice. It saves the course play routes in a complete separate file. So even though I've got two different games playing, it still remembers those. So this is field number 8. Let's see if I've got a plow for field number 8. Field number 8 plow, and I think it starts up here. I wish I'd have started it down there because that's where the farm's at. But I started up here because this is where the tractor was, because there's the dealer, you know, right there. So I just started right here. But let's see here. Let's put it on farm work. And then line it up. And before we go with this, I'm going to set it to 4-wheel drive because it's going to struggle. I'll show you. And it's got so much horsepower. That should not be the case. Because this is not a real heavy plow. This is actually a cultivator that was modded to be a plow. It's not a big, heavy piece of equipment, really. Does well downhill, I'll tell you that. I'm going to kick it up where it's supposed to be. At any rate, I played this map last night for, I don't know, on my test, just to test things and see which equipment I wanted to get and that sort of thing. And I was just having a ton of fun on it. I just like it. I like the rolling hills, like I said earlier, and I like the way the farm's set up and all the custom buildings. It's well done. It's really well done. I haven't had any trouble with it, so I don't think there's any issues in it. Now, here's where we're going to get bogged down, because we got to go up this hill. Why do we have to go up that hill? Because it's there. This is where it starts to get bogged down here. Actually, it doesn't seem it's doing very bad right here. Well, it seems to be working better than I remember. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll let it go. I must have been mistaken. Also, I was going to say for patrons, if you've seen this this lime spreader here, what this was it was a manure spreader that was modded over to do the lime and such, and it's pretty decent. I actually got this mod from Scorpion. He uses it, and I was still using the one I modded myself from the in-game lime spreader, fertilizer spreader, and this one just is a monster. So that's where this is. And just to let you know, it is in the OneDrive, so if you're interested in getting it, it's there. So I'm just going to move it out of the road right here for now. And I need to get, I don't know if I bought the fertilizer spreaders yet, but I got to get that done. I don't think I have. Let's run in and pick up those, because we're going to need them. I need, well, we'll do this one in white. Oh, I don't need that. Okay, there's no extension. Which one had, oh, it was the lime one that had the extension. Never mind. I'm going to buy 2 of these. I want to buy one like I normally do for liquid fertilizer, and then I'm going to buy one for the herbicide, for weeding and such. And we need to get those right away, because we've got fields here that haven't been fertilized for some reason, and I want to get that done so I can get a decent yield. Usually the problem is that they're ready to harvest and they haven't been fertilized or weeded, and you get a really crummy yield. Well, I've got the opportunity to spray these, so I want to do it. Oh, I haven't placed my mods yet. Okay. I need to place my mods. Before I can do anything. What's going on? How come I can't... Okay, I don't want that. Did I turn everything else off? Did I do... Plant withering, get that off. Crop destruction is off. Periodic plowing is off. I want that on. The lime required, we'll leave that. Gives us something to do. Weeds are on. Plant withering off. Crop destruction off. Traffic is off. Right, okay. Let's save that. And get out of it. Alright, I need to place my my supplies here. Alright, first of all, I'm going to do the fertilizer like I normally do. Let me spin this camera around. Well, I'm going to start setting them up. I don't want them too far to... Okay, so I'm going to set them as close as I can to the road. I'll do that one. And then we want the seed. And put it right next door. And then, let's see, I had the herbicide next. And then the lime. And then we'll finish off with the liquid fertilizer. Alrighty, let's grab us some liquid fertilizer. While that's filling, let's get this guy down to the farm. I said I was going to buy some animals. I don't know if I'm going to get to it. We had too many things to start on here. Tell you what. Let me check something here. Okay, that's got no fertilizer. There's no weeds. It does need lime. Goodness gracious. What's more important, fertilizer or lime? This one's got weeds and no fertilizer. Okay. Alright. I think I'm going to fertilize first and then weed. So... No. I'll go ahead and weed. And by the time I'm done weeding, the other guy will be done fertilizing. And I can move the fertilizer over to there. At some point, should I throw some lime? That's a good question, too. Too much stuff to do right at the moment for me to mess with animals. I think the animals are going to be in another episode. I wanted to get them right away, but I do want to get this stuff going first. Because I want a decent first yield. Put some herbicide in there. Get this guy going. Well, looks like plow guy's done. Okay, and that's field number 5. So let's see if we've got... Alright, I don't have anything for 5 except for plow and seed and cotton. So, let's do it. All right, so let's see here. We're going to do, of course, field 5. And it's 48 meters starting there and maybe one headland. Trees aren't too bad, but there still are some. So I want to do some headland work. Okay. Fertilizing or herbiciding, it's the same thing because it's the same equipment. So, uh-oh. What happened? Where did it go? Oh, I'm on the wrong field. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Alright, let's do that again. This field number 9. 999. Same thing though, so we're just going to generate that. Hopefully that field will still work for 5. Field 9 for herb. And before I go, let me double check I didn't already have one. Seed, plow, lime, harvest. Okay, I didn't have one, so we're okay. Alright, so that starts where? Right here. Because we have a headland, it wants me to go that way. So let me back up. Get this guy motating. And there he goes. Who we got working? Craig Wilson's on the job. Right, let's get this guy. Is he full? He's full. And we'll go down and weed field 5. Now, we should already have it set up because I goofily set it up by accident. Although I don't know where it did it. May not be right. I may have to delete it. Because I wasn't setting in the field when I did it. Let's take a look and see what it looks like. Well, there it is, but where does it start? It starts right here. Okay, that'll work. I'll go with it. Yeah, it works. We'll do it. Okay, there it goes. Right, now, what else have I got that I need to get going with? I'm going to need a truck down there. I didn't set up any tandem trucks right at the moment because I don't know on this farm if I'm going to use road train. The farm, although I like the way it's set up, still's kind of a maze when it comes to trucks. So having dual trailers, I don't know if I'm going to do it. One single truck to get through that maze of a farm is gonna have to do it, I think. Kind of made that truck a bumblebee kind of a color, black and yellow. Why? I don't know. Oh, I hadn't started the combine yet. I thought I had done that, but I had not. Hang on, plow. I'll get to you in a minute. let's drop that. Open up the combine. Go get our header. What is that, barley? See, it's kind of, if you just glance at the fields, they don't look bad, but when you're actually on them, they're quite hilly. They don't look like they are, but they are. I like it, but it's makes the equipment struggle a little bit. Okay, so this is which field? This is field 2, and pretty sure I've got something set up for field 2. I need to get all these up into the folders. Field 2 harvest. Let's see where it starts me. Right here. Okay. It starts me right here. Hopefully the windrow is set up where it's supposed to be. It is. And let's kick this thing in gear. And then get back up to whomever else we need right at the moment. Oh, I tell you what, let me get... Okay, turn the engine off. Let me get the lime guy filled because... didn't one of the fields need liming? You know what? It might not have been... I think it might be this big bud that was struggling with this one. I think it was maybe the big bud I was surprised about. Because this big bud had struggled up that hill, I think. Maybe it wasn't the Challenger. And this big bud with the articulation is a little squirrelier than the Challenger. For some reason, the Challenger I don't mind as an articulated tractor. But this one, you barely touch it. Man, he's jackknifed all over the place. Okay, so we need some lime, but I may have to switch off and get the other big bud, or another Challenger, one of the two. Huh. I thought this one could handle it, but it really doesn't. Let's let him get full, and then let's mosey around and see what we got going here. Well, I tell you what, let's find Enterprise and get our first cutting of grass going. And I'm not quite sure what to do. Do I need grass or hay? I think grass to begin with, and then we'll do some hay. So let's jump in here with field number 7, which is our grass. And I think it starts down on the other end. As you can see, it's a regular field, so we'll be able to plow this and put crops on it when we're done with the grass needs. If I ever get to the point where I have satisfied all my grass needs. Alright, is this guy full? Not yet. Geez, slow. Okay, he's done. He's toast. That big field didn't use very much. You only used 2% herbicide. I'm going to have to look at that. That seems unreasonable. The lime is finally full. Yeah, there was one field that needed lime, even though it's got crop on it. I might do it, but I think I'm going to swap big buds, because that one I know is weaker, don't get out. And but that's a story for another day. I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you had fun. If you did, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you back on the farm in the next episode. In the meantime, happy farming.